What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Blue Blood Sports TV, back at y'all with another one. So, undefeated, lightweight, junior welterweight, Mexican superstar title contender, King Ryan Garcia, who has 23 wins, no losses, no draw, 19 wins by way of knockout. He is 24 years of age, 5'10" with a 70-inch arm reach. He's in hot water as he made some comments ahead of his highly anticipated showdown with undefeated 3-division world champion who simultaneously held the WBA super title at super featherweight, the WBA regular title at lightweight, and the WBA regular title at junior welterweight. Superstar boxer Gervonta Tank Davis, who has a record of 28 wins, no losses, no draw, 26 big wins by way of knockout. He is 28 years of age, 5'5" with a 67-inch arm reach. With that said, April 22nd, Las Vegas, Nevada, T-Mobile Arena, Gervonta Tank Davis, Ryan Garcia is set to do business. Ryan Garcia, he responded to some celebrities and some, fans that were saying that they were going to be in attendance and, they were picking Gervonta Tank Davis, and Gervonta Tank Davis, addressed who's going to be at the fight, so on and so forth. And Ryan Garcia, he decided to put out this tweet, as you see on the screen, and it says, quote, "Bring the whole world on, that's how I'm feeling. Let the President Obama, whoever." I guess he meant you could bring the President Obama, whomever, right? And obviously, Barack Obama is the first black president that we had in the United States. And so that resonated hard. And I just made a video about this yesterday when I discussed undefeated lightweight star title contender Olympian Keyshawn Davis. He made some comments on his Twitter when he stated that he was picking, when asked about this highly anticipated fight, this fight is massive. And he stated that he was staying with essentially his fellow countrymen in African-American Gervonta Tank Davis. He said he's standing with his people, which is never a bad thing. It's only a bad thing when it involves African-Americans banding together. But you have Mexican fighters, past, present, world champions, so on and so forth, etc. When they asked about a fight of this magnitude and they say they standing with their countrymen, it's not a problem. But when the African-American says it, it's viewed as racism. It's viewed as a threat. And so Ryan Garcia making these comments didn't go over well. This is on, as I stated, on the back end of this situation with Keyshawn Davis that got a lot of attention, and a lot of people was going at Keyshawn Davis. It sparked racial tension, right? And so when he made these comments, you could bring on Barack Obama when we have now had 2 presidents in term since Barack Obama. Okay, we've had President Trump, and you also have President Biden, right? So why would he reach back and say you could bring a Barack Obama? Essentially, the African-American community is taking it as you could bring whatever black folk you want. You could bring the black president. It ain't going to help you. Right? That's how the black community and the African-American community is going to receive this. And so Ryan Garcia, he's attempting to clean it up. And he stated this is that, he's never been, that way. So this is what he said, quote, he said, "No, I was trying to show people my mentality. Don't care who it is. And Obama came to mind because of his influence. But I didn't like it to become a racist thing, right? My heart is never positioned that way and will never be like that. I love everybody, right? And I'm going to tell you this, the African-American community reads that post and you close it by saying you love everybody. That is not going to go over well with the African-American community and the black community, because that is a term that's used when, things happen amongst African Americans with law enforcement. It says everybody matters. When Black Lives Matter movement gained a lot of traction, it started to become, well, all lives matter, right? And so the fact that he says, I love everybody at the end, right? And he says, for real, I'm sure he does. And I'm certain that, Barack Obama is a big deal, right? He's an influence, like Ryan Garcia stated, right? He's a person of power. So I'm sure, that's what he probably meant, but it's just not going to go over well. Okay. Because boxing is based off of racial tension, right? You always pitting, you know, uh, Mexican fighters, you got Mexican style, or you have Eastern European style, right? Or you have the black style, African American style, which is viewed in a negative light. When you look at the Eastern European style, everybody says how technical sound they are, how skilled they are. When you talk about the Mexican style, it's praised, it's acknowledged in a good way. Mexican style means exciting, right? It's thumping. But when you speak on the African American community, right, and you say the black style, it's viewed negatively. It's viewed as a runner, okay? It's viewed as not wanting to engage. It's viewed as boring, okay? So these racial lines are crossed all too often within the sport of boxing. Again, when you look at an African American fighter like Devin Haney, Shakur Stevenson, Floyd Mayweather, these fighters are viewed as being boring. But when you say a quote unquote Mexican style, that's an exciting fighter. Everybody, when you hear Mexican style, oh, you in for a great night of fights and a lot of thumping. When you hear, Eastern European style, you in for a technical match. When you hear an African American style, a slick style, it's viewed as running. Okay, it's viewed as not wanting to engage. It's viewed as boring. It's viewed in a negative light. Okay, and so the fact that the sport of boxing is based off of a racial tension, and you have these comments that Keyshawn Davis has met with a bunch of negative feedback and kickback, and then Ryan Garcia makes a comment such as this: Barack Obama, we are 2 terms removed from Barack Obama being in office, so why would you reach back to him to say you could even bring Barack Obama to represent essentially Gervonta Tank Davis, who's an African American, right? So it just doesn't go over well. And I know a lot of people are going to try to clean it up. Ryan Garcia is going to attempt because he don't want that smear on his name, but it's just not, it's going to take time for that to go away. And many people are going to pick up on it and they're not going to like it, point blank, period. And it has nothing to do with just trying to cause confusion, just trying to cause issues. It's the truth. It just is what it is, right? That's how it's going to be viewed. Now, again, you're going to get a lot of people trying to combat it, and they're going to try to say, well, the African American and the black fighters and the black fight fans are going to say, they're making an issue. People are going to try to say, well, they're making an issue about it. No, you have to understand that everything African American athletes or African American community does is viewed worldwide as negative, right? And so when you say things like, oh, you could bring Barack Obama, a president that hasn't been out of term for two terms, right? It's going to be viewed as you looked at it from a racial standpoint, right? And there's just simply no way that Ryan Garcia can try to clean this up. Once you put it out in the universe, it's out there, point blank, period. And I have no doubt that Ryan Garcia may not have been looking at it from that standpoint. I just don't think he understood, how it was going to be taken, right? Seeing as though this fight, you have, a African American fighter at the height of his career and a Mexican American fighter at the height of his career, point blank, period. When Floyd Mayweather fought against Oscar De La Hoya, that's how it was viewed. When Floyd Mayweather fought against Manny Pacquiao, that's how it was viewed. There's just no way of getting around it because that's just how society is overall. And the sport of boxing reflects society in its totality, right? So, I can't wait to see this fight. It's going to be a great fight. And I'm picking Gervonta Tank Davis not because he's the African American, but because of his skill set. And many people are going to pick Ryan Garcia because he's Mexican. Some people, a small portion, will pick him because of his skill set. And that's just the way the sport of boxing is. And that's how it operates. So let's see how this plays out moving forward. But drop a comment in the comment section. Let me know what y'all think. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy Blue Blood Sports TV. Follow me on Instagram at Blue Blood Sports TV, all one word. Y'all already know what it is. I'm out. Peace.